Should you join a union? If you're a content creator, you're probably working at home or on your own as a freelancer or as a one man band or one woman band. And you may be wondering whether joining a union would be beneficial so you get a sense of community, maybe a bit of support. At the same time, you may be worried whether that would make you look difficult or less friendly or less cooperative towards clients or engagers because you're seeking the support of a union that may be asserting your rights, minimum pays, or other forms of protection for your work and for your labor. Those are valid concerns and questions, and I often get those comments and questions from my clients or from content creators, talents, voiceovers that engage with me on social media and through other formats. So I thought it may be useful for me to run the pros and cons of joining a union as a content creator, artist, freelancer, or creative professional in general. First, it would be useful to start by saying that there are many unions and you can join more than once. They vary in size and also vary in focus. And different unions means also different service provided or different levels of support. So whilst you're thinking about joining one, or just before you go ahead and sign up for a union in particular, I would invite you to look around, do your research, and compare and contrast the different offering from different organizations and unions. For example, in the UK, you have Equity, which is the UK's largest performers union. You also have the musicians unions, and that's in the performing realm. But you have also many other ones for freelancers, for craft artists, for photographers. I couldn't name them all here because there are so many. And you may be working in different spaces, formats, and genres or sectors of the creative industry. So it may be suitable for you, in fact, to join more than one organization. Now, let's look at the pros and cons. And let's start with the cons so we can finish on a high note. The cons of joining a union is, of course, the fee, and each union will set a fee depending on their size and their offering. So you will need to look up the unions that you're interested in to compare their price points and see if that's something you can afford and if it's something that you think is good value for money based on what they can offer you. The other con, perhaps, is that you will need to commit time to engage with the resources, the support, and maybe some of the events. But that may be more of a plus or an advantage than a negative or a drawback. Now, if we turn to the advantage of a union, there are many, in my opinions. Often, unions bring a sense of community to creators who often work on their own from home or online and feel a sense of isolation. Unions also bring support, whether it's through resources and training opportunities, and that varies quite a bit from one union to the other. But the larger unions also offer help desk, so you can ask your queries, whether they're artistic, management, dispute, or even contract based. Indeed, some of the larger unions offer a legal help desk or legal advice. Another advantage of most and the largest unions is that by being a member, you also benefit from insurance and cover for your work as an artist. And that actually, in and of itself, can be enough to justify the cost of the membership. That depends, of course, again, from one union to the other. So you would need to go and check whether that's part of the offering of the organization or the union you're interested in. Now, another plus is that you'll get access to guidance, resources, maybe training opportunities through events from the union you're interested in. So, overall, in my opinion, but of course, that's a very personal choice and the choice is yours. In my opinion, I think joining a union can be very beneficial. So, I leave it with you to do your homework, look at the unions that may be best suited for them, look at what they would cost, look at what they would bring, and consider joining. But one myth or misconception I do want to dispel is that in my experience supporting creative professionals and content creators, negotiate deals with clients, I also work with clients, producers, distributors, because I work on both side and all aspects of the value chain that's generated from creating a script all the way to bringing it to the public. In my experience in 10 plus years, I've never heard or seen an engager, a client turn away a talent, turn away an artist, or turn away a collaborator, whatever their skill may be, because they were part of a union.